Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, I don't even remember buying anything, so why am I still broke? You're told it's the coffee, the small stuff, the daily habits. But what if none of that is actually the problem? What if the real reason you're stuck has nothing to do with discipline and everything to do with a system designed to keep you spending?
Oh, you know this feeling. You walk into a store for just one thing, toilet paper, let's say, and somehow you find yourself at the checkout with a cart overflowing with stuff and a receipt that just feels like a personal attack. That quick $20 trip just ballooned into $150 of pure regret. It's a feeling so common, it's pretty much a universal human experience.
Yeah, I thought so. It happens to the best of us, for sure. But here's the thing. What if this isn't just some minor slip-up? What if it's actually a symptom of a way bigger problem?
You know, so much of the financial advice out there just seems to miss the forest for the trees. We're told to obsess over these tiny details, like our daily latte, but we completely ignore the massive psychological trap that we're all caught in.
And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. The myth is that your $4 coffee is what's holding you back. But the truth? The real issue is this deeply ingrained belief that buying more stuff equals progress or happiness. The enemy isn't a small, enjoyable expense. It's the entire consumer mindset.
So this brings us to a really crucial idea. It is time for a rebellion. Now, this isn't a rebellion against enjoying your life or having nice things. No, it's a rebellion against a system that is literally designed to keep us financially dependent. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about taking back control of your money and ultimately your life.
And hey, every good rebellion needs a target, right? So here is our hit list. 5 specific categories of purchases that are just quietly destroying your financial future. Let's jump into the first one.
First on the list, and honestly, this is the biggest wealth destroyer for most people, the car payment. It's that endless monthly drain that we've all been tricked into thinking is just a normal, unavoidable part of adult life.
That's the average price of a new car in America today. $50,000. Just let that sink in for a second. And it's for an asset that loses a huge chunk of its value the absolute second you drive it off the lot. Now, dealerships know you'd probably walk if you had to pay that up front, which is exactly why they get you to focus on that low monthly payment instead.
And this quote just nails the illusion of ownership. Like it says, you are just renting it from the bank. That car is not truly yours until that very last payment is made. It's basically financial servitude, just wrapped up in better marketing. It's a trap, plain and simple.
Okay, next up, let's talk about the things we buy not because we actually need them, but because of what we think they say about us. You know what I'm talking about. The clothes, the watches, the sneakers, all designed to signal success to other people.
This really just exposes the whole contradiction, doesn't it? We've built this culture where it's somehow normal for people to be financially drowning just as long as they look amazing while they're doing it. It's a total performance. It's a hamster wheel made of cotton and leather where you have to run faster and faster just to afford the very things that are keeping you trapped on it.
Okay, number 3 on our list. This one can be tough for a lot of people to hear. Vacations that you pay for with a credit card. Look, we all need a break. We all definitely deserve one. But financing your fund is an absolutely guaranteed recipe for long-term stress.
This quote really says it all. You're not going on a vacation, you're going into debt with better scenery. You're basically trading 1 week of relaxation for months or maybe even years of a financial hangover. You want to do something that's actually good for your mental health? Try the feeling of not having any credit card debt hanging over your head. It's incredible.
All right, now for number 4. This is something that is woven into the very fabric of our modern lives, especially when it comes to our tech. That constant, relentless pressure to upgrade.
The technical term for this is artificial obsolescence, and it's one of the most powerful, kind of sneaky weapons that marketers have. The whole entire goal is to create this feeling of inadequacy around your perfectly good stuff.
Your phone, your laptop, your TV, they all work just fine. But the marketing machine makes you feel like you're falling behind if you don't have the absolute newest, shiniest model.
Okay, let's hit our final category. And this is the one that might sting a little bit: food delivery. Now, before you get all defensive, let's be super clear. We are not talking about those times you're sick or you genuinely just can't leave the house. We're talking about the habit of it.
The quote calls it a lazy tax, and as blunt as that sounds, it's often true. You're paying a huge markup, plus fees, plus a tip for lukewarm food that you probably could have just picked up yourself in 20 minutes. This isn't just about the money, though. It's about what the habit represents. It's the slow erosion of basic life skills, all disguised as convenience.
So, we've gone through the whole hit list. After all that cutting back, what's the actual payoff? Well, it is so much more than just having a bigger bank account. The real reward is this profound psychological shift. It's about gaining real, actual freedom.
Breaking these habits, it's a process. That first month is always the hardest. You're literally experiencing withdrawal from the dopamine hit of shopping. But by month 2, something amazing happens. You start to notice you have more mental space. And by month 3, you start feeling this sense of relief and almost pity for people who are still trapped in that cycle.
And this right here, this is the real prize. This is what you actually gain. The flexibility to maybe leave a job you hate. A sense of self-worth that isn't tied to what you own. You get to experience the profound calm of not owing anyone anything. In short, you get to step off the consumer treadmill for good.
Ultimately, every single choice we've talked about here today isn't really about what you're giving up. It's about the incredible gift you're giving to the person you're going to be tomorrow and the day after that and for years to come.
And that brings us to maybe the most crucial point of all. This whole rebellion, it isn't just about saving money. It is about buying back your life. Every single dollar you don't spend on stuff is a piece of your time you get to reclaim, and that is the one resource that is truly, completely finite.
You know, the 65-year-old version of you doesn't care one bit what kind of car you drove or what sneakers you wore. They care if you built a life of freedom and choice. So the only real question left is, what are you going to choose to do today?